Well, good morning, everybody. Now, it is Wednesday morning. Pretty sure it's Wednesday morning. I don't even know. Got for my wireless microphone, so I've got to use the old whatever boomstick. I had a rough day yesterday. After the hike, my heels started to hurt. My brain started to throb. This Maui stuff, right there, these cars all melted down in the middle of a parking lot, in the middle of a field. Nothing else burnt around it, just burnt cars. So I also figured out, because I was a little perplexed by the governor saying he's going to put dust screens. I thought literal dust, like dusting the air to keep what? Stupid. I know. It's actually like lumber framing, and they put this black cloth material up. It keeps dust from flying through, and it also keeps you from seeing what they're doing. They have a full block on media, journalism, everything, unless they are escorted through the rummage. It's rubbish. So many conspiracy theories flying around out there, people. Be careful. My brain swirls around those things. I think I'm starting to get an immunity to the foolish conspiracy theories. But man, look at some of these, man. I'll put on the video right here. Like they got a jet flying across and just doing starbursts. So they're thinking maybe that had something to do with the fire. Shit like that. I don't know, man.
This is now a war against all of us.
I just don't know. But I will tell you, the way the government is handling the aftermath is funky monkey. It's definitely funky monkey. It's the secrecy, just everything about it. It's got your spidey senses tingling, don't you think? I don't want to be a part of the problem, so I'm not going to be part of the problem. I'm just going to.
Just honest question. I think there are a lot about this lately. I think there are a lot of bad people in our country.
You ever feel powerless? So my biggest fear, you know how people, they're scared of spiders, or they're scared of fire, or they're scared of water, drowning, they're scared of, you name it. I'm scared of being powerless. My biggest fear, and that could be taken into a couple directions, but specifically my fear of powerlessness. No power, not having any power over anything, is power over myself. All right. So I worry about getting old, and I worry about not being able to get out of bed, and I worry about not being able to wipe my butt, and I worry about not being able to feed myself, and I worry about not being able to do anything. And then I sometimes worry about being like, I don't know, not a vegetable, but is that even a good thing to say anymore? Because, you know, you can't say midget, you can't say a lot of things anymore. So, I mean, catatonic. I worry about that, and then having somebody else have to come in and take care of me. I don't want that ever. So now I transfer that worry, that fear, that concern, I transfer that over to my fear of being powerless against a bigger entity, say government. Definitely government. I worry about You know what? You know what the biggest thing I don't understand is, so you have, say, a bad government person, and he tells his aide or assistant, I need you to send down this directive to not allow people in this park. That aide, that assistant then tells somebody from the, say, city government, the chief of police, the mayor, the governor will say, hey, well, I don't know where this is coming from, but it gets to the mayor. Mayor, we don't want anybody in this park. Mayor goes, okay. I've been elected into this position to run this town by all these people, and I just got told by somebody from the governor's office that nobody's allowed in this park. And I just said, okay. Now, the mayor tells the chief of police. Chief of police goes, okay. Chief of police tells the police captain, nobody's allowed in this park. Okay. Captain tells the sergeant, okay. Sergeant tells the patrol car, hey, nobody's allowed in that park, go tell them. Okay. What is that? What is that? Okay. Maybe one of them will go, why? And then they'll go, it's above your pay grade. Don't ask why, just do it. That's scary. So now you have Joe, your neighbor, in the Central Park on his speaker. I need you to get out of the park. You gotta leave. People, why? Not sure. Just gotta go. I was told you gotta go. You no longer have freedom in this park. There's no good reason that I know of. I was not given a good reason, but you gotta go. What do the people do? They go. We're being trumped. We're being trumped by the government. And that's not a play on words for Donald Trump. We are being trumped. We throw down an ace and somebody throws down a joker and says, sorry, Joker wins. Joker wins. Because we're a joke. We're all a joke to the government. They look at us and they say, look at these feeble-minded paperweights just walking around doing nothing. This is the 3-week anniversary of the fire. I just had my wedding anniversary last night. 25 years. Silver anniversary. Thank you. I just felt like somebody said congratulations right there at that moment. So I had to say thank you. But now my point is we're at a 3-week anniversary for the fire of Maui and Lahaina. And the children reported back to school, I believe. And they reported that 2,000 kids did not show up for school. 2,000 kids didn't show up for school. Now, I kind of get it because right now you have everybody still kind of shaken up by the whole big thing. Obviously, your house burnt down, your car's melted, you got dust screens up, you can't even see your neighborhood. You're not even probably allowed talking to the media. If you did, you probably, whatever. You got probably Mayor Bisson yelling at you. Now, you got all that, so you might not send your kid to school this week. So maybe that's it. But they're saying there's 2,000 kids that are like, just not even, there's no radio frequency going on. Like, hey, this is Joe Smith. My son's not coming into school this week because we got stuff to take care of. Right now, I'm not worried about him learning 2 + 2 = liberalism. Might be the best thing. I'm just hoping these 2,000 kids are alive and they're fine and they're with their parents. And their parents are saying, hey, 2 + 2 is 4. It does not equal liberalism. Government's got a grip on our schools, and our schools have all ironically become liberal indoctrination camps. I'm going deep rabbit hole today, guys, because I had a tough night last night. So I'm sitting at the dinner table with my wife, and I go, honey, what if we're the bad guys? Could we be the bad guys? She looked across the table and she was like, what are you talking about? I go, I feel like we're the bad guys right now. I feel like America is just, there's a lot of bad things going on in America.
This is now
We
a
got-
war against all of us.
Do you think we're the bad guys? Just honest question. I think there are a lot about this lately. I think there are a lot of bad people in our government. And if you look at this from a, whatever, 60,000 foot view, you look at the world and you look at all that the U.S. has intervened in, and now, with the way the internet and the access to information we have, it's starting to paint another picture.
Maniacs, demon-possessed maniacs running the West are determined to dominate the world, even if it means the destruction of the planet, the death of 1 to 2 billion people.
Going on in America?
Earlier this week,
We got confused people running around thinking that there's all kinds of genders. We've got just very inappropriate behavior around kids going on. We have missing kids. We go into other countries and we push our influence, and we support other countries in wars, and we don't even know what's going on or why. We got all kinds of stuff going on, and all of it seems like a game, like this big, weird, freaky, evil game. And I'm just some rando in Indiana thing, and next thing you know, I'll disappear. It's like they're scraping videos. They're like making sure that nobody's out there hitting the nail on the head, because God forbid one of us get lucky and we hit that nail on the head and we got it right. And next thing you know, you got CIA knocking on your door. Everything's electronic. So now all they got to do is put in filters. So easy. They can see if you type a certain word in a certain way, in a certain context. Shoot, they can probably decipher contexts now. They probably have a computer that says, oh, that's just a joke. That's been repeated thousands of times. It's a joke. It's not serious. He's not a terrorist. Ooh, this guy just said CIA. Ooh, he's from Indiana. Ooh, he ordered 3 guns this year. Okay, send somebody to his house. I really don't know. And I woke up with a dark feeling. I'm just getting bad vibes on America right now. I've had them before. I've questioned, I've doubted our government, I've doubted our country. And I'm watching an interview with Sean Ryan, and he's sitting across from somebody, and he's saying the same thing to this guy. What if we're...
Do you think we're the bad guys? Just honest question. I think there are a lot about this lately. I think there are a lot of bad people in our government.
What if we're bad? What if we're the bad people? And not necessarily you and I, but our greater group of people. I don't know. I'm worried we're the bad guys. You look at history, documentaries on the Korean War. I mean, you knew World War II. Shoot, World War I. You knew we got attacked. And if we didn't get attacked, you knew there was a big problem, and we were fighting for good, and we were fighting for right. But then after that, gets sketchy, man. We sent so many people over to Korea, Vietnam, and then, of course, all the other places afterwards, the smaller ones, and then Afghanistan and all that, Iraq. We didn't even know why we were there. I mean, I was over at one of them, and I didn't know why I was there. Thought it was because of something, and then it ended up being not so much. But they've got weapons of mass destruction. We're going to stop it. Because we are the only ones allowed having weapons of mass destruction. Us and the other ones that are as big as us that we can't fight because, who knows? Oh, wow, man. If I had to be around another 100 years, I'd be part of the bad side of history. Who knows what side of history? Just not a good one. They're going to be probably talking about America in about 100 years. They're going to be saying, man, those people were crazy. They were out of their mind. They didn't even know what a woman was. And if they knew, they wouldn't say it for fear of being socially castrated.
This is now a war against all of us. War. A war.
They were so wasteful, and they were so fat, and they were so abusive, and they were so scared, and they were so strange, and they were so narcissistic. Yeah.